I think the hardest part, without question, in business and in any endeavor in life, really, is getting people to commit to excellence. Just getting them to commit to doing it, and I think it's because there's this big, almost like a jigsaw puzzle, where you have these pieces that you have to put in place. And when you put one in place, you see that the other one doesn't fit, and you put another one in place, and the other one doesn't fit. So at some point, even when you're committing to excellence, you're dealing with a level of imperfection that makes you uncomfortable. I think that that lack of certainty, a lot of people struggle with. It reminds me of an incident where I had a growing company, and we needed this piece of technology to introduce a new product to a base of customers we were trying to serve. The challenge is we didn't really have the technology to do this or the people in place to really do this, but there was another company out there that had something that was similar that we might be able to retrofit, so to speak, for this application. And in order to pull this off, I had to convince this company to allow us to license this and to operate as I don't know whether it was a distributor or what it was we had to operate, but certainly we were going to take orders of their product. We were going to take their product, and then we were going to resell it in the market. It wasn't a perfect fit, but it was a fit as an interim step. In order to get them to do this, I had to stay on the phone with them over a period of time, and ultimately I decided that I was going to go out and meet with them. So I committed to meeting with them. I was in New York. This company was in Boston. I jumped in the car and headed to Boston to meet with them. The only problem is there was a snowstorm that hit that night, and once I was about 20 minutes into my trip, the snow just started to come down like crazy, and I could barely see a few feet ahead of me. And it was getting dark. The roads were virtually empty. And I reached a stage where I was taking my normal route, and there was so much snow I couldn't tell whether the upcoming exit was mine or not. And I went the wrong way. And when I went the wrong way, I realized it after a while, and it was quite a while before I could get off. The challenge is this road took me hours out of my path, and my commitment was I had to get to Boston to talk to these people about this product, because I had other deals that I wanted to pull together, and I couldn't pull that together unless I made it there. And so what should have been a 3-hour trip, 3.5-hour trip, was an 8-hour trip. It was the wrong way, wrong road, and it was a snowstorm. But I was committed to excellence. I was committed to making that happen. So I ultimately got there, reached an agreement with this group, and then turned right back around and headed back to New York because I had a series of meetings that I had to participate in. So it was 8 hours there and probably 4 or 5 hours back through a snowy weekend. Now, what I think that illustrates, and I've had many instances like that in my life, is that you just have to commit to what's required. Ultimately, we got the deal, we got the product that we needed to license, and it kicked off our ability to operate in a new market segment that was important to us. But had I not committed to that process, we wouldn't have been able to do it. And so many people have doubt. Is it going to work out? Are we going to be able to sell this? Are we going to be able to have this meeting? Are we going to be able to convince them? What if I go all the way and it doesn't work? And all of this. Entrepreneurs have a hard time committing to excellence. Sales professionals sometimes have a hard time committing to excellence. And without question, companies have a hard time getting their people to commit to excellence. I want you to examine that, because I want you to think about what that means, and if you really want what you want, whether you're just saying it or whether you really want it. Because if you want it, you'll commit to it. You might go weeks, months, years, in some cases decades, struggling to get there. But if you're committed to it, you're enjoying the process, you're refining what you have to do, you're figuring out how to make that jigsaw puzzle work. My God, I hope it doesn't take that long for you to get there. But if it does, you can just say it's a sign of your commitment, a sign of your excellence. Stay committed. It's the way to do it. It's the only path to excellence, and excellence is required. If you like this tip, give me a thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time.